And we're back. You are listening to the Talkin' Boxing with Billy C show. You're watching us on the Fight Now television channel. Glad you could join us. What? You don't have Fight Now? Man, you got to call your local television provider and tell them that you want the Fight Now channel added to your sports channel lineup right now. For all the information about the channel, you can find it on their website, www.fightnow.com. Speaking of now, joining us, Undefeated. He's ranked. He's in the in a lot of different people's rankings. Let's just say he's moving up. He's hopefully going to be getting a world title shot soon. Randy Caballero joins us. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you too. Thank you for having me on the show.
Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. I know it's real early for you out there on the West Coast. Glad you could join us. Tell us about your last fight. You know, when I saw that. And your opponent, you know, I said to myself, man, this is a good experience for Randy. It didn't last that long. It only went 4 rounds. But tell us about your last fight.
You know, it was a tough guy going into this fight. I knew who he was. I sparred with him. And just seeing who he fought, you know, we knew this guy was going to be tough and he was going to come to fight. But, you know, we trained really hard for this fight. It was kind of like a last minute that we got this guy. But, you know, just the training that we had was just perfect for this guy. You know, our sparring that we had getting ready for this fight was just exactly the way he fights. The guys that we had sparring was exactly for this guy. So, you know, it was just meant to be. And we were more than 100% ready for this guy. And walking into this fight, I was ready, confident, you know, just ready to take this guy out. And, you know, thank God it happened the way it happened. You know, we stopped there in the 4th round. Caught him with that, you know, beautiful body shot that, you know, put him out and he couldn't get back up with.
Well, I tell you, you know, before I say what I was going to say, you know, how often does that happen, that you spar with, you know, you prepare for a fight and all your sparring and stuff goes exactly how the fight goes? I mean, is that more common than not, or was that a pleasant surprise for you?
You know, to me, I don't think that happens a lot. You know, you get a guy last minute they call a guy last minute, and then, you know, you end up getting a guy that, you know, can't fight, and you get a jungler that's, like, going to come and throw wild and stuff. You know, this guy has experience, has been in the ring with top names, and, you know, he was no pushover, and this guy, and I know he was going to come to fight. So, you know I was walking into this ring with a tough opponent, and, you know, this guy can hit. So, you know, I was more than ready, and like I said, thank God we had the training camp that we had for this fight.
Well, you know, we've been obviously following your career for a while now, and you know, it seems like you guys are doing all the right stuff. You're progressively increasing your level of opposition. Luis Maldonado is a guy that, you know, if you get by, you know you're ready for bigger and better things. And not only did you get by, you stopped him, which is not too easy to do with him. Does that open up some doors for you now, in your opinion and in your team's mind? Are there already doors opening, or do you see yourselves in a much better position than you were before that fight?
Definitely. You know, this guy was a big step for me. You know, a lot of people were talking, saying, you know, why am I taking this fight? Why did they give me this guy? This guy is too much for me right now. I'm not ready for something like this. And, you know, I had to prove everybody wrong. You know, I knew I was going to take this guy out. It was just a matter of time of what was going to happen. You know, like I said, I was ready for this fight. And this fight was a big step. This one was to show people what I have. You know, a lot of those big fighters stop them in the early rounds. And luckily I did finish him in the 4th round. And, you know, this fight right here did open a lot of doors. And hopefully that world title is coming soon.
Well, speaking of which, you know, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but, you know, there's so many sanctioning bodies, and the way it's evolved over the last, you know, decade or so. You know, you look at contenders and you see these rankings, and, you know, depending upon which organization you're in cahoots with, you know, your ranking is there. Now, with that said, you're ranked as high as number 3 by the WBO, and you're also in the top 15 in the other major sanctioning bodies. Now, what I'm going to say to you, I don't mean in a negative way. It's a positive way. We have our own ranking system similar to the ring, and we combine everybody. So when we look at a top ranked fighter. We put a lot of value in it. We have you in our top 25, which is good. What's your thoughts on that? Moving up in everyone's rankings and seeing that title shot, on the horizon.
I mean, it feels good. It tells myself and motivates me more and tells me that I'm doing something good in this sport. I'm making people know who I am, but I know it's not just me doing it. It's my team that I have on my side. It's Jesse that's helping me out. My dad that's always been there since the beginning of my career. My dad's telling me everything we know, and as we go on, we're learning more and more. My brother that's always been on my side since I started my career. My mom that's been there, that's pushed me through the hard times, and my mom's always been there. Lee has been there. Just everybody that's been there through my career, that's helped me out, that's pushed me, that extra little push that I need. That's what motivates me to keep going up there, trying to get myself up to that number one spot that everybody wants to be. And it's just I'm gonna keep going until I make it there.
Well, it looks like you're well on your way, and what I'm going to say it again. What I like about what you guys and your team is doing is that it's giving you an opportunity to improve. You're getting better and better and better with each fight. If you see something, I'm sure you guys go back and review the fights, and if you see something that maybe you didn't do the way you wanted. Obviously, you did it enough to get W's. Nobody's given you a fight in the loss column yet. But the bottom line is you're getting better and better. Don't you think that by increasing your level of opposition and learning these things, that it's making you better and better each time you go out?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, my dad has been through the sport a lot. He knows what he's doing. Like I've always said, me and my dad came into the sport for the love of the sport. My dad has been through the sport, since he was growing up. He loved the sport. And, I wouldn't change my dad for anything. We came into the sport for the love of the sport. I'm not leaving without him. Like I said, and I always said, if we make mistakes, we're going to make them together, and we're going to go from there. And, it's just with the team I have, my dad's help, we'll make it all the way.
Well, you tell your dad that to get a hold of me when you become rich and famous, and you kick him to the curb, because I'm going to play back this interview for him, and he'll be able to throw it in your face, man. So be careful. Tell us, what's going on, man? You got another fight on the horizon? Are you sitting back and chilling for a month or two, or what's the deal?
But that's what we're waiting for. I'm still in the gym, working out, keep my weight down, just waiting for a call. But as of right now, just resting. Got a little girl on the way, so just waiting for her to be here. She should be here, next week, hopefully. So waiting for that, and can't wait.
It's no fair, man. You here you are. You already know what you're getting. I mean, back in the day when I was your age, it was still like, you don't know. You have to buy both. You got to buy boy stuff and girl stuff. You already know you got a little girl coming. Congratulations on that. And it's kind of funny when I was talking to Jesse the other day. I said, hey, do you think Randy's going to mind us calling so early in the morning? He says, he's got a girl coming soon, so he's got to get used to getting up early. And I laughed. I said, you're damn right he does. He better get used to it now. What's your thoughts on being a pops, man?
It's to me it's a dream come true. It's my now I'm starting my family that I want. This little girl is going to be everything to me. I really honestly can't wait to live my life with daughter, and everything I do now, it's for her and my family. I'm just here to do everything and support them and give them a great life that my parents gave me. That my parents have always did everything they could to provide for me, and I thank them for everything they have done. And now it's my turn to do it for my daughter and my family.
Well, I can certainly relate to having a daughter. I have two myself, and all I can say is enjoy every second of it, and I'm sure your parents will tell you, because it goes very quickly. And I tell you the truth, you know, I actually feel sorry for your opponents in the future, because as good as you are now and as good as you keep getting, you're going to see that your whole attitude is going to change once your daughter is born, and that every opponent that you face from here on in, your attitude is going to be like, this opponent is standing in my way of my daughter, of, you know, bettering her life and everything else, and that's tough to beat, man. So I kind of feel sorry for your opponents in the future, man.
Definitely. I'm going to make sure that one.
You know, I mean, it's not fair, right? But hey, they could have a kid too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So any other thoughts on you know, when you may be ready, as far as in your mind, when you may feel that you're ready for that next step, that world title shot? Not that I'm rushing you, because I don't think that young fighters like yourself should be rushed, but you know, what makes you think that you're going to be ready soon? And do you have a time frame? I mean, do you guys think next year, the end of this year, the year after? What is your time frame for that?
Well, like you said, I'm still young. I'm not in a rush, but talk was, I heard, saying maybe in June or July for a world title. Hopefully get a fight before, you know, to get ready for that fight. Not to wait so long out the ring to jump into a world title shot. But you know, I don't really care. You know, my job is to be 100% ready in that gym, and whenever they call me for a fight, I'm ready to take anybody. I know whatever fight they put in front of me is, you know, another fight to win, to get a step closer to that world title. So, you know, I'm ready for anything. I know Golden Boy, Cameron Duckman, are taking care of me really good. So, you know, whatever they put in front of me, I have to be ready. I'm not the kind of person that, you know, turns down a fight. We take whatever they give us.
Well, that's good, and that's a great attitude. And Randy, we wish you all the luck in the world, and I hope you would reach out to me when you get another fight scheduled, because we'd love to have you come on and talk about that and your preparation for that and all that happy stuff. And I want to congratulate you and your wife for having the baby coming, and all the best to you and your family, all right?
Thank you, Dick. I appreciate it. Have me on the show.
Hey, anytime, my man, and good luck, especially with that baby. You're gonna love it, man. You're gonna. As a matter of fact, I got to admit, I'm a grandfather for the first time, and my daughter had a little girl, so I'm like feeling you, man. Thanks. I'm feeling you right now. I know exactly what you're gonna go through, and I'm very happy for you, and I wish you and yours the best. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care.
You too.
That's Randy Caballero, and I tell you, man, this kid is the real deal. He really is, man. And if you've never seen him, you're missing out. He's been on Showtime and all that stuff. Randy Caballero, we're going to have him back on the show. You just heard that he's going to be a Pops, man. I love it. I love that stuff, man. Great kid to follow. And this is what we want in young fighters, man. A guy that's willing to fight whoever they put in front of him, a guy that's willing to improve every time out. And you can't ask for more from a young fighter. Hey, I got to take a break. We'll be right back.